This was my trade today. Um, it was a 30-second long, which ultimately lost. But why did we lose? Or was it a good trade? I think this is a really good trade. So we are all-time highs on bullish high time frame. The only bearish target we really had was this 1 hour intermediate, which is also a 4 hour intermediate low. And we also had, I was either looking for a short to there or us coming down here, taking it out, and then longing up to this 15-minute intermediate high. At 9:30, we open high, don't close above this, and what we do is we add to the liquidity. As we're coming down to this 1 hour intermediate, it looks to me as if we're generating liquidity, there's lots of low resistance liquidity here, or trendline liquidity. We then take 9:30, we take the 1 hour intermediate, sorry, we get a bullish reaction, inverse to the upside, we enter. We may have gone break even here, I'm not sure. And all we're going to end up getting was hopefully a 1-to-1. We didn't get that, or 1 to 1.7. My stop was at 50% this wick. We then end up sweeping this low. We had an SMT, and this was 2 evals I was doing this on. We hit max daily loss limit, then we re-entered, which again is a good re-entry trade. It's a good trade. We get a 1 minute CSD. Stop below this propulsion block, and then we just ended up going for that 1-to-1, which is aligned with all this liquidity. Probably wouldn't want to break even maybe at this high, or maybe I didn't go break even clearly, or this high, or maybe when we retook that high, which I was looking for, we didn't get in the end. But I mean, that's a great re-entry. Optimal entry would be if we close above this gap here on the 1 minute, but we had to wait for the next 1 minute to close. That would be an optimal. Great break-even point, relative equal highs. And then I still probably would have taken 75% out of my position out at 1-to-1, and then held it all the way up to here because I was fairly confident about this draw. It looks like we might be getting there now after sweeping nothing. But I mean, we also ended up, after we came down here, entered 50% of this, came out of here, we also trailed our stop to here, and then we formed, which like half the loss, and then we formed an SMT here, so I trailed it further up to here, and we ended up only taking maybe like a third R loss. So on the day we're down 1.3 R. But I mean, I think these are good losses. I don't think there's anything I could really pick apart with them, say well they were bad. It just happens that we didn't go to that draw, which is fine. So I'm fairly fine with those losses. So that's the 2 trades I took today, and 1.3 losses technically. So it's what it is. Hopefully we can trade the rest of the week with more wins.